Hello and welcome everyone to Track Thursday. It's been an incredible week. We've been doing a live stream every single day from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and now to Thursday. How is everyone? Welcome to the live stream or welcome back. So for those of you who are new here, if you want to upload your music, link is in the description below. All you have to do is sign up to Boombox, which is completely free, upload your music into the inbox, and then once you've done that, you can follow my instructions on how to get your music added to the queue so you can have it played. Guys, let me know where you're tuning in from. Deepak is tuning in from Italy. We've got DJ Cool in here. We've got Thomas Music. Who else is in the chat? Let me know. I see there's about 11 of you right now. Okay. It's a good start to the day. Once you've uploaded your music, guys, all you have to do is write the name of your track in the chat when I ask for it. And don't forget that if you want your track prioritized and 100% guaranteed feedback, well, you have to upgrade your Boombox account so that you become a verified member. Now, I'm going to leave a link in the chat right now on where you can do that. It is only $2 per month to upgrade, which is about a third of a price of a cup of coffee. So if you think you'd buy me a cup of coffee in order to give you some feedback on your music, that's the way that could work. Plus, you get access to this amazing platform Boombox, which I'm about to show you all its pro features, and you also get to support the live streams which happen on a weekly basis. Hello Ayub, hello Daniele, hello Ithafol. How long's the queue? Well, the queue hasn't even started yet because I haven't added any songs to it, as I'll show you right now. As you can see, the queue is completely empty. I'm just playing this song by Dommy DJ in the background right now, just so we have a bit of backing music as we're waiting to get everything loaded up. What's up, Yov? Yes, Ithafol. If you can do £2, that's amazing. Yes, and just don't forget that you can come to every single live stream and have your track prioritized. That's once a week for £2, guys. Not £2, $2. Even cheaper than that. Hello, Calibrated. Okay. Hello from Cardiff. Amazing. Remy in the building. Hammerstein. Are you German, Remy? Or is that like an artist name? Super cool to have you all here, guys. I just had this amazing chocolate, which has an espresso inside of it, which is exactly what I need before these live streams to get going. Because, you know, they do require a lot of energy. We're going to be listening to your music. We're going to be analyzing it. I'm going to be reacting to it and hopefully helping you guys take your production to the next level. So let's just go over the rules really quickly. Rule number 1, please give each other feedback on your music in the chat. I love to see people supporting one another. You can throw up some flames, but the main thing is just be constructive, be kind, okay? Rule number 2, when I ask for the name of your track, which I will do in a second, please write it in the chat. It will be selected at random unless you are a verified member, in which case you will have your track prioritized in the queue. And lastly, if you like a track, all you have to do is write PL in the chat. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this to my top picks playlist, which looks like this. And I'm going to share it with you via my private WhatsApp group. So if you do want to join the WhatsApp group, I only accept people during the live stream. It's a private WhatsApp group purely for this community. You will not get this link after the live stream, okay? So, and I only accept people during the live stream. That's because I only want super talented producers like you guys in there, and I don't want any bots coming in. So I try and keep this sort of very secure method of accepting people. And at the end of the stream, I'll share this playlist with you so you can go back and listen to the songs that you voted for to be in there. So it's an amazing collection of super talented community work. All right, guys, please go ahead and write the names of your tracks in the chat, and let's get this party started. Whilst you guys are doing that, I'm just going to let everybody on Instagram know if you want to join the live stream. The link is in my bio. There is no sound coming through on Instagram. It's all happening in YouTube. So join me there. I'll see you in a second. Okay. Morgan, what's up, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Just gonna add 3 at a time. Okay. Let's go. This is Say What You Mean by Morgan. I gotta say, it's funny that you say you visited London because something about this track feels quite London and quite ravey in that way. It sort of like reminds me of like an older, ravey, more melancholic sound. I think it's fantastic. You've really done an amazing job at capturing the emotion of this track. I think it's kind of like hope. There's this like sort of hopefulness to it, but it's slightly sad, which kind of reminds me of London too. Like hopeful that maybe one day you'll get good weather, but you don't have good weather, so you're kind of sad, but you're still hoping for it. Fantastic. So just a few thoughts initially. I think that you could go heavier on the sidechain here, like really get it to sort of suck in and out, like like get it to really overly pump in a slightly obnoxious way. I think you could actually get away with it here because of the amount of sustained sounds that you have in this record. So one thing I would say is go heavy on the side chain. The other thing that I felt was missing for me was like I needed a more accented snare or rim shot or something or wood block to fall on the dun 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 again and 3 4 on the 2 and the 4, right? Something like that, just to hold some more of the sort of mids and to add to the rhythm. Essentially, that's what I so add more accented snare rim. You could do a wood block as well. I think would sound really cool, like one of those kind of sounds. So hold on, I'm gonna try to attempt this. Something like that, layered with the snare. I think would be pretty dope. But it's fantastic, dude. I think you've done an amazing job here, and looks like people in the chat are loving it too. Did you make this on the flight? Did you guys like making music on flights? Because when I'm in the zone, if I've had a coffee before I get on a flight, man, I'll just like, even if it's a short flight, like an hour and a half, 2 hours. I don't know about you guys, but I'll just rip through a whole session, and I get so in the zone. That's what I love about flights. There's no distractions. There's no Wi-Fi, or the Wi-Fi tends to usually be so crap that it's not even worth using in the first place. Well, Morgan, thank you for submitting that. It's great to have you back here at Track Thursday. Yeah. Yeah, making music on flights is great. Sometimes it's a bit of a pain in the ass if it's like a really busy flight and you're like really stressed out and sweaty. But if you're feeling chill and you got a bit of caffeine in the system, woo! Okay. Next, let's go to Yov X Dark Noise Mazal. Messiah, what's up? Welcome back. Yov, remind me, what is your usual stuff like? It's been a while since we've listened. Nice, great tribal vibes. I love that the percussion is tuned to the track as well. Sorry, I was trying to say to the scale, to the key of the track. Like what you're doing here. I think you've got the right idea. The arrangement is quite nice. The structure of the track is quite nice. When you come in with this, I don't know what the name of that instrument is. It's some sort of it's like a woodwind instrument, right? It's great. I mean, I think it sounds fantastic, but there's just so much going on at the same time during this moment in the track that is really overwhelming. I think that element alone, that is beautiful, but you need to give it some space, man. It's such a signature sound that, you know, is going to draw people to the track. People are going to want to play the track for that sound. But you've it's like putting something really special, or you're looking for that special someone and you've put them in a really crowded place. They're going to be much harder to pick out. If you give them a bit of space and you put them not necessarily in an empty room, but surrounded by less things or people, bit of a weird analogy using instruments as people, but you know what I mean. It's going to be easier to find and to discern. So don't be scared to strip things back on the drop and have fewer elements, especially when you've got something as dominant and as important, and which is such a key focal point. The other thing I would say is, like, even though it's a focal point, I think you want to underplay it. Right now, you're like, look at how cool this sound is, look at which it is, but pull it back in the mix, bring the volume down, add a bit of reverb, make it a little more ethereal, make it a bit more mysterious. Now, let me know, guys, in the comments if you agree with what I'm saying. I think you've got the sonic identity and the elements together, but I'm not sure about the journey. I'm not sure about the feeling. Like, technically, you have an amazing track, but emotionally, is it really taking me to that space? Or is the space being forced upon me? Getting a little philosophical here, but you know what I mean. Let's listen to a bit more. This bit is fire. It'd be nice to have some vocals here in this section. What's the instrument called, dude? It works for the second drop. I think you can have that level of energy, bit more sidechain as well. And this vocal here, so I'm just gonna write more sidechain. I wonder if sidechain is gonna be like the word of the day. And then here, bring these vocals up. Know what I mean? They're just a bit quiet, dude. Just a little bit quiet. Snake charmer. It does sound like a snake charmer. Okay. I also want to say, I think the mix is really good. I actually think like it's present, it's up front, it's balanced. But give me more mystery. Give me more, you know, a little more like allow the listener to discover the sounds themselves rather than you pushing it into their face. Does that kind of make sense? But I think you're like 80 to 90% there. It's just about figuring out how to be a bit more like subtle and finesse. It's a mini Azana led Azana. That's so cool. Never heard of that. Okay, what's up, everybody? We've got Sam in the chat. We got Brooke, Alexander Larson. We've got Halal. Welcome back, Renzo. Okay, all right. Working on something big. I'm excited to hear it. Next, we've got Breaking Bad by DJ Cool.
My name is Walter Hartwell White. I live at 308 Negro Arroyo Lane, Albuquerque, New Mexico, 87104. This is my confession.
Traveling from an antique land set, two vast and probably slaves of snow stand in the desert. Near them, on the sand,
Operation. And I'm the silent partner. You got any issues with that? No more bloodshed.
I'm going to fast forward a little bit just because this is a very long track.
Chemistry is the study.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I mean, just because now we're sort of 3 minutes in. Let me go to the next bit just to check something. I think you've got a great, like, all of this to me, like, I think it's good. I think the sound selection is good. I think the samples are cool. But all of this kind of sounds like either an intro or an outro or kind of heading into a breakdown or part of a breakdown. It doesn't feel like a drop to me. Like it's a dance track essentially, right? So like you have to make people dance. So what is holding the groove? What is providing us with the groove? Is it the bass line? Is it the synth line? For me, it honestly, it's none of those elements right now. What you have got is a really solid foundation. What you haven't got is something that people are going to dance to or groove to. But you're in a great place because you can build on top of that, seeing as you have a great foundation, you've got the right sound selection. Also, having listened to some of the other stuff that you submitted in the streams, I know what you're capable of. So I think it's just about leaning into that a little bit. Like some of the side trance elements that you have in your other tracks, I think would feel very welcome somewhere like this. So really cool. Wow. Okay, we've got all the main suspects in the chat. I see you guys. So happy to have you here on a Thursday. It's been interesting doing live streams on different days of the week. Monday was super busy, so I think I'm going to do one on Monday as well. Tuesday and Wednesday was like, meh, like, you know, it wasn't like a big turnout. And then on Thursday, we've got all the cronies up in here. So happy to see you here, guys. It's always... This makes my day, man. I'm not going to lie, guys. I was not having a good day before this. I just woke up just being like, I'm so uninspired. And I don't know why. You know, you just, sometimes you have those days. I have a feeling it might be the antibiotics that I took for that stomach bug I had in Guatemala, like brought my mood down or something. But immediately, as soon as I started the live stream, I was like, oh, I'm so happy again. Like, it's just so sick to hear all your music. Now, the queue is clear. But before we load up the queue, I just want to take a second to talk about Boombox, which is the platform that we're using for this, which I'm a part owner in, and I've been building with the team for 3 years. And I've been building it for me because I'm a producer, an engineer, and therefore building it for you. It's all built off of user feedback. So the features that you guys want and request, the most requested ones, we actually build and put them in the platform, which is really cool. It also means that I can do these awesome live streams and build communities across the globe, not just with myself, but also with other amazing partners. So if you guys want to support Boombox and the live streams and have your track prioritized in the queue, then all you have to do is upgrade your account. It's $2 per month. I'm going to put the chat in there. So think about it like this. If you met me in the street and you asked for some feedback on your track, would you buy me not even a cup of coffee, but a third of a cup of coffee in return? That's probably the best way of looking at it, or the way I like to look at it. So I am going to ask now for you guys to write the names of your tracks in the chat and play your little video whilst you do that. Replace Dropbox, Google Drive, SoundCloud Pro, Disco, and DistroKid with Boombox, the all-in-one solution for musicians. Store your files, create playlists, request files, and distribute your music from one place at a single price. Access files on the go and stay synced with our mobile app and macOS app. Dive into our AI tools to spark creativity by generating chords and splitting stems. Search for your files by mood, genre, BPM, and key with our AI-powered advanced search. Share and collaborate with time-stamped feedback, password protection, and customized access permissions. Create professional playlists for pitching with analytics to see who's listening. Release your music into the wild with our inbuilt distribution. And request files from clients and collaborators with inboxes. Boombox, the all-in-one platform for musicians. Welcome back, everybody. Okay, let's crack on with some more tunes. Excited to... I've got a few loaded up whilst that video is playing. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to do 2 more. Daniele, where are you? Daniele, what's he called? Promise. I feel like I'm allowed to do the Italian accent because I'm half Italian. Is it good? What do you think, Daniele? How many have we got now? I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kaleidoscope? I don't see a track called Kaleidoscope. Am I blind? I don't see that. Okay, well, we'll start with these ones anyway. Let's go. This is Undercover by Strandle. Don't forget, guys, if you really like a track, you can write PL in the chat. 4 PLs means I add it to the top picks playlist, which I share in the private WhatsApp group at the end of the stream. That's 4 PLs. Let's get it on the playlist. Oh yeah, the coffee's kicking in now. Fantastic work, Strandle. So, a lot of love from the community. Everyone's digging this. That's why it's on the playlist. I put the WhatsApp group link in the chat, guys. If you want to join, I'll post the playlist in there at the end of the stream. This is what the playlist looks like, and these are all the top tracks from all of our live streams from the super talented community, aka you. Okay, let's talk about this track a little bit. So here's what I think. In the beginning, I actually think there's too much vocal. I think at a certain point you could take it out. Just that under my head. 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. Cut vocal out for second half of phrase. Just space it out a bit. Do you know what I mean? Like, the backing track is so good that people are just going to want to listen to the backing track, like the instrumental, and you're not really giving them the opportunity to do so because the vocal is there all the time, which also means that the vocal loses a little bit of its magic, right? Okay. I don't know if you guys agree, but I feel like the kick isn't quite punchy enough. It could be punchier. Could be a little more oomph. That's how you spell oomph, right? Could have a little more. Not B. That's weird. Could have a little more oomph. You know what I mean? There's so much vocal, dude. I think you could just pull the vocal back a little bit in sections. You got it again here. When the vocal comes out, if it feels empty, then add another synth and play a bit of question and response between a vocal and another element. It relies too heavily on the vocal, and it kind of means that the vocal gets a little repetitive throughout. It's an amazing vocal, and I love it, but it doesn't mean that you should overuse it. Love this bit, dude. Huge. The other thing I would say is like a lot of the elements, so the synths and the hats, have a lot of high frequencies. So you might want to try high cutting some elements, right? Just really gentle, like really, really gentle, like, you know, not more than like 12, 10 or 7K around that region. And just take out some of the high frequencies from something so other elements can have the high frequencies. Because right now you're getting a lot of fizz and it's all the high frequencies collecting together. And it's just a little bit kind of jarring, essentially. It's very easy to fix though. So that's what else I would do. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it. What else did the community have to say? I was thinking about saying about the kick. Something to come through in the mix. Yeah, I think the kick could come through a little harder. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Nice, dude. Next track.
Hey, boy. Hey, boy. What you say, boy? You tryna play coy like a game boy? Hit my phone, boy. Is your homeboy? Are you alone, boy? Come get me dome, boy. Got a boy with degrees, a boy in the streets, a boy on his knees, he a man in the sheets. Sheesh, it's all Greek to me. Got this boy speaking Spanish. I hit my beat. Baby, I don't need you. I just wanna freak you. I heard you a freak too. What's 2 plus 2? 4, 3, 2. Mississippi boys and the city boys. I like the pretty boys with the bow tie. Get your nails did, let it blow dry. I like a big beard, I like a clean face. I don't discriminate, come and get a taste. From the playboys to the gay boys. Go and slay boys, you my fake boys. Baby, I don't need you. I don't need you. I just wanna
Okay, dude, same as the last. This is great. I mean, this bounce is nuts. But dude, same as the last track. There's just too much vocal. Your track is so dope. You don't need that much vocal. I like that you use some phrases here, but just like pick some phrases and stick to those, because when there's too many vocals, it's actually really difficult to try and figure out what the hook is as the listener. I want to remember what the hook is so I can sing it all the time. But if I don't have that earworm, then it actually reduces the amount. It reduces the amount. It makes it less memorable. So make it more memorable by repeating things a little bit, but then don't over repeat them. Do you know what I mean? And let's just let the instrumental ride out a little bit. Like, the instrumental is dope.
I like the pretty boy with the bow tie.
Less vocal. Choose a hook and kind of stick to it. That little like organ thing should sit alone. Like, you should just mute everything else, because it's a really nice break. It's like a drum fill. Do you know what I mean? That's your fucking hook right there. That's the hook. Boys! Not the 4, 3, 2, 1. Get rid of that. Just the boys. You can use the 4, 3, 2, 1 at the end of like every 16 bars, maybe. Yeah, bro. You got. I mean, you got a lot of choice. I'm just trying to think. Let's go
Hey,
back.
boy, you trying to play coy like a game boy? Hit my phone, boy.
That vocal there, great for a breakdown.
Is you hungry? What's the point?
Guys, a really good test when you're making your tracks, and you want to like take this with a pinch of salt, is mute the vocal. Does the instrumental stand alone? Like, is the instrumental like banging alone? Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. I do respect that most tracks benefit from a vocal. I make a lot of tracks myself with a vocal in mind, which kind of feels like what you've done here. You know, and then decide how much of that vocal do you actually need to take that track from 80 to 100%. Because when you go over the 100% mark, it doesn't make it better. It's like the point of diminishing returns. In fact, over 100% means overcomplicated, which means less memorable, which means too busy, and then whatever. And then people don't really want the track. You know what I mean? Not people don't really want the track. That was harsh. You know what I'm saying? I'm just rambling. Okay. Let's go to the next track. This is I Need You by Brooke.
Your love, it goes so deep down inside of my mind. You make my body feel so alive.
Yes, Brooke.
The love I had before you wasted all my time. And I could only breathe now. Your love's on the line.
I love the vocal effects that you put in the background, like with all the delay on them and stuff. Very cool. And I like the placement. It just gives this beautiful kind of looser, but also rhythmic space to the background using a vocal, which I think is so clever because the vocal can be so percussive. And you've done a great job of actually making it or turning it into a piece of percussion by pushing it back, by putting all that delay on it. And it adds so much rhythm to this record, which is more chilled, right? Like the bass line's more chilled, the drums are more chilled, and the vocal at that 8th rhythm, oh, sorry, 16th, maybe it's the 16th. Yeah, it's like a 16th or 8th thought or something, but very cool. So I think I like that you've got the harmonies on the vocal, but I think you need to decide which one is the lead because the harmonies and the lower octave are both at the same volume right now. And although your voice is beautiful and I love hearing both of them, I think you need to decide which one is going to be the focal point. If it were up to me, I think the higher one, the higher octave should be the lead. And you know, I think also when we're recording stuff, when we layer things, it sounds really good. What I would really recommend is try and nail that lead vocal so it sounds just amazing by itself. And then everything you put around it is going to just support it and make it sound even better. And you'll notice that when you have a really, really strong lead vocal, you have to tend to do a lot less. Now, I've been a vocalist myself, singer-songwriter. I've worked with some of the best vocal producers in the world, like in London, LA, and everything. And the amount of time we would spend just nailing the lead vocal, phrase by phrase, word by word. Sometimes we would be in a recording session for 8 hours just nailing the lead vocal. It's amazing how once you have that as the foundation, all those smaller parts around it, they just, sometimes you don't even need them because the lead is so good, and they're just like little ear candies, and it's just a cherry on the icing. On the flip side, has been for sessions with myself, but I noticed more sessions of working with other people. Specifically rappers tend to have like a lot of ad libs, right? And the better the rapper, I always say, the less the ad libs, because the ad libs are like, they're distracting, there's so much going on. But when a rapper has a really good strong lead vocal, and this can be for a singer too, the other stuff around it is just not as important anymore because it doesn't really need to be there. So okay, Isaiah agrees too. So, maybe there's something to think about, Brooke. But I have to say, it's a beautiful song. I love the direction you're heading in. It's been a while since you submitted a track, but it's great to have you back. And there's you need to put some de-essing on your vocal because there's a lot of sibilance coming through. So try not to boost the high frequencies too much. I love this.
Your love, it goes so deep down inside of my mind. You make my body feel so alive. I go blind. The love I had before you wasted all my time, and I could only breathe.
Fantastic job, bro. Really, really like this. So I'm just going to write that. Lead vocal should be only higher one, otherwise distracting. Ooh. Love the guitar vibes, love the chords. I mean, this is really a bit of me right now. I'm writing like a lot of stuff like this at the moment, guys, which is very funky and kind of late 80s, early 90s house style with a bit of a disco twist. So this is right up my street. But yeah, try not to boost the high frequencies on your vocals too much, and try not to cut out too many of the lows, because you're going to lose that warmth. I know it's always tempting to boost the high frequencies because it can sound nicer and brighter, but just be careful when you're doing it. Add a de-esser before or after, or maybe both, to counter any harshness that might be coming through. Okay, next we've got Delroy's Groove by Isaiah Sims. I'm excited for this. Woo! I think this is amazing, first and foremost. The click, I think, could be more aggressive. I think it could be actually a little more obnoxious. Some of the percussive parts, just to draw attention a bit more to the rhythm section.
With all the healing, I see me now. Through all my dealings, never been so proud. And that's just what I want. Keep it right in front. Hey, that's just what I want. No, you got to have fun. Hey, that's just what I want. Ready to go.
This bit, that's just what I want. Harmonies on the octave up. That's just what I want. Da-da-da-da-da. Beautiful melody, beautiful rhythm here. Give it a moment. Let it shine a little bit. Now, when you're putting those harmonies in, just make them really subtle. They don't have to be dominant, but just to lift it as we go carrying on into the next section. Give the listener an indicator as to the fact that this is like the B part of the verse or the pre-chorus, by adding something or taking something away, because it's kind of been the same all the way up to this point.
No, you got to have fun. Hey, that's just what I want. Ready to go on. Hey, that's just what I want. It's been way too long. Oh, what a feeling.
I know you do it in this next part here, and I knew that was coming up, but just subtle.
That I have now, way past the ceiling, won't bring me down. With all the healing, I see me now. Through all my feelings, never been so proud.
oozing with groove.
Ready to go on. It's been way too long.
Wait.
Key change. Haven't heard a key change in a track in a second.
Wait. Wait.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Just bounce, just roll, just bounce, just roll.
Wait.
I think we're all very excited for Isaiah's NPR Tiny Desk concert, aren't we, gang? Dude, listen, amazing. Now, there's a few things. Oh, sorry, Daniela. It just took your track off the queue. Let me put that back. Guys, also, just remember, if you love a track, I know we always forget. I also forget too. If you love a track and you want it in the playlist, write PL in the chat. Let me just re-add Daniela's track so I don't forget. Where is it? Promise. Add to queue. All right, let's go back to Zai's track. So, a few things here, man. I don't think that the sections are discernible enough, as in verse, pre, chorus. So, have a think about what you want to do to accentuate those, or pull back ever so slightly. A bit of push and pull. Usually push on the chorus. Maybe you would pull on the pre-chorus. So on the pre-chorus, you could add those harmonies, but you could take something more dominant out, maybe the bass or the kick or something like that, just to give it a bit of room to breathe, so that when the chorus comes in, it feels like there's been a change, when in reality, you're just adding something back that you used to have. So I just write that here. So more discernible difference between, I cannot spell today. Guys, how do you spell discernible? It's with an I. Okay. Thank you. What's the difference between the sections, verse, pre-chorus, push and pull by taking things in and out? Okay, so maybe in the chorus you could have like a nice ride cymbal, just something. It could be so subtle. It doesn't have to be loud, but it's just these small changes.
I got it, babe.
I think the bass is way too quiet. Bass needs to come up and be saturated. Something I really like with this style of track is to bust the kick and bass and add a good tape saturator. So the Slate one is really good, the UAD one is really good, and it will like do this beautiful like gluing between those two parts, probably add a bunch of low frequencies in a slightly boomy way, but I don't mind that for this style of track. I think that would work really well too.
Won't bring me down with all the healing.
You can hear more bass here actually.
I see me now through all my dealing.
So maybe it's just about the relationship between the kick and the bass needs to be a little tighter. They need to be grooving a bit better together.
Never been so proud, and that's just what I want. Keep it right in front. Hey, that's just what I want. No, you got to have fun. Hey, that's just what I want.
But dude, fantastic track. Really love that. Okay, let's go to the next track, which is Promise by Daniele Marconi. Nice, man. Something needs to happen here. It gets a little bit too repetitive. Something needs to happen here. Too repetitive. Repetitive. It's really beautiful, by the way, man. I want to say I love the chords. I love the sound selection. I think the vocal is fantastic too. Okay, I like this. I think it goes to exactly where you want it to, but these sounds here just are too sweet. They're too sweet. You've got this big build up, and you come in with these like da-da-da-dun, 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 and they're beautiful sounds, but I need a little more cojones, you know, the ba-da-ba-bum, ba-da-ba-bum, ba-da-ba-ba, and then bigger kick, bigger bass line, you know what I mean? You got to really, because you got to take me there, because right now the breakdown feels louder and sort of more engaging than the actual drop. Now, this could be a level thing, but I do think that sound selection is not quite right here. The melodies are perfect, though. So melodies are perfect. Sorry, I'm just going to spell things wrong. It doesn't really matter. Melodies are perfect, but the sound selection is not hard enough here. Do you know what I mean? It just... I know you're capable of it because I've heard it in your other tracks. So I know you can take me there. It's just a question of figuring out how to do that, okay? Open the filter on those synths. Open the filter, open the decay. What happens? Does it go ba-da-ba-down, da-da-da-down? You know, as it gets towards the end of the phrase, it could be like... You know, if you open the decay towards the end of the phrase and the filter, so you're revealing more of the tail of the sound, more of the high frequencies, and then suck it back in, and it can go back to that delicate sound. But you need to play a little bit more with that right now, because by itself, it's too gentle, it's too sweet. It's a sort of twinkle, twinkle, little star, which is beautiful, but I need the twinkle, twinkle, little shit, there's a meteor heading for Earth, and it's the end of the world. You know what I mean? Okay. Brilliant. Okay, guys. Well, we've reached the end of the queue, which means it's time to fill it again. But before I ask you for the tracks, just want to take a moment to share with you Boombox, which is this all-in-one platform that I've been building for the past 3 years with an amazing team of incredibly talented people. There's only 10 of us. It's designed for producers and engineers to help you stay organized and save money by putting everything in one place. So you guys have all signed up for free. That's how you uploaded your music. But if you upgrade your account, not only do you get access to all these amazing features, which I'm about to show you in a little video, but you also get your track prioritized during these live stream feedbacks. And it only costs $2 per month to upgrade. So deal of the century. Now, whilst I select, now I want you to write the names of your songs in the chat, please. And whilst you do that, I'm going to play you a little video which is going to run you through all the features that Boombox has to offer. And I'll even drop the link in the chat so you can upgrade if you want to get your track prioritized in this live stream. Replace Dropbox, Google Drive, SoundCloud Pro, Disco, and DistroKid with Boombox, the all-in-one solution for musicians. Store your files, create playlists, request files, and distribute your music from one place at a single price. Access files on the go and stay synced with our mobile app and macOS app. Dive into our AI tools to spark creativity by generating chords and splitting stems. Search for your files by mood, genre, BPM, and key with our AI-powered advanced search. Share and collaborate with time-stamped feedback, password protection, and customized access permissions. Create professional playlists for pitching with analytics to see who's listening. Release your music into the wild with our inbuilt distribution. And request files from clients and collaborators with inboxes. Boombox, the all-in-one platform for musicians. Welcome back, everybody. Okay, I've selected the next track, so just adding one final one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are good to go. Let's hit it. This is Project by Magic. Feel like a Disney princess right now. Don't forget to write in the chat what you're looking for feedback on or what you're struggling with. Also, I'd love to know what your involvement is in the making of the track. Are you the vocalist, are you the producer, are you the engineer? Did you do everything? Let me know. I'm guessing this is for a movie, right? This feels like it could be for Disney or Pixar. It's fantastic. Oh my god. I am blown away right now. I have never had a submission like this before. This is an absolute masterclass. Hans Zimmer, if you're in the chat right now, please blink twice. And the community absolutely loving it. We've got 3 PLs. I'm going to top that off with 1 more PL there. That's definitely going into the playlist. Waffles Rules, please tell us a little bit more about you and your background. Are you a film scorer? Like, what do you do? I mean, that was it's clearly not your first time making music. That was, I think we were all just immediately transported to computer generated fields of grass and castles and dragons right there. I can't imagine anyone wasn't. In fact, I would quite like to know. PL means playlist. it means that you are in the top picks playlist here, which I'm going to share with everyone at the end of the stream. I'm going to put my WhatsApp group in here. That's where I share it, by the way, if you want to listen back to any of the records from today's live stream. So you're in the I love how that's a work in progress too. That feels far more than a work in progress. Absolutely incredible. Thank you for sending that in. That blew my mind. Well, feedback wise, I really have very little to say. Other than thank you so much for sharing that. That was fantastic. And I hope to see you back again soon with more of this. I think the community loved it. I know I did. And it's nice to have a break from the dance music and have something different. Guys, you know, all genres are welcome here. Don't feel that because we play a lot of dance music that we don't listen to other genres. In fact, I think everyone really loves it when a country song or a piece of film music comes in and just it breaks it up, and it can be very inspiring. Okay, next we've got Simulation by Sam Thurman.
Cause that bitch go cute when I shoot, it's on mute. That bitch go cute when I shoot, it's on mute. That bitch go cute, it's on mute. Copycat, nigga tryna copy what I do. Damn, that bitch go cute when I shoot, it's on mute. That bitch go cute, it's on mute. That bitch go cute, it's on mute. Copycat, nigga monkey see what monkey do. That bitch go cute, it's on mute. That bitch go cute, that bitch go cute when I shoot, it's on mute. Nigga tryna copy what I do. Damn, that bitch go when I shoot, it's on mute. That bitch go when I shoot, it's on mute. That bitch go when I shoot, it's on mute. Copycat, nigga monkey see what monkey do. That bitch go.
I mean, yes, that's amazing. You have limited the absolute SH1T out of that, and it's very distorted and it's super loud. So just pull off the limiter. You don't need it at this stage. Loudness is not what you should be aiming for. I think the vocal is cool. I think the bass line is cool. I think the sounds are generally cool. It's very difficult to comment or give feedback on something that isn't more flashed out. I think the idea is great. Now let's hear it in a, you know, fully structured format of a 3-minute track. But yeah, this is really, really bud boy. Let's go to the next track. This is Tao, The Moment. Tao, is this the one you submitted yesterday, yeah? Oh, I love that grah with the kick. Yes. Lovely. Yeah, the rebalancing that you've done here compared to yesterday's track, much better. By the way, guys, we're also going to have this really cool feature in Boombox. I think it's getting released this week, tomorrow, or early next week, but it's called Polls, and you can put 2 tracks in. So we could put like your track from yesterday in and this one in, and then we can A/B them at the same time, like metric A/B by Adapter Audio. We're going to have that in Boombox soon, which is so sick. Okay, so here's where I'm at. Now the track is in a better place. You need some ear candies. Something unquantized. That's like, I think a vocal would be amazing, of course. I would say something like that. But ear candies, just something unquantized, a little more human, a little more random in this section. That just catches us every so often as we sway from side to side with our headscarves on. Okay, guys, I'm just going to run to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Woo! You nailed it, bro. Last drop is fire. Smashed it, dude. Once you get a vocal on there, it's gonna be a hit. It's gonna be a hit. It's fantastic. It's just brilliant. Well done, and well done for making those changes so quickly from yesterday's live stream, which is cool. I'm like, damn, maybe I should do these live streams every single day. Maybe I should, except for Friday. Maybe we should just do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But let's see. Energy depending. Okay, I also don't want to lose. I don't want to like not be special because they happen so often. Do you know what I mean? Okay, cool. So let's go to the next track, which is Either Fall. Don't ask me why. Love this. Love the disco vibes, man. Quick question though, why is the introduction louder than this part of the track? I mean, I can see the waveform as well getting quieter, quieter, quieter. This is great, very Crazy P kind of vibes. Where are the vocals from, man? It's great, man. I mean, it's just a great record from start to finish. It just, I didn't really have anything to say, but I was just enjoying listening to it. I didn't feel like I need to comment on the mix, or it's a soft mix. It's not hard hitting, but it doesn't need to be. That's not the style of track that it is. It's a beautiful song, great vocal. If there was anything that I would comment on, I would just say the strings could feel a little punchier in sections. Bum 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 ba-da. A little more accented, and just emphasize some of those swells to make them more dynamic. That would probably be it. But apart from that, it feels so good. Okay, next we've got Midnight Sun by Gizmo. Love the bit of Miltech. This is great. Love the use of the vocal there to build up the chop vocal, to build that anticipation. Like, that's sick. With the snare roll and everything, it's great. This is going to be a PL from me. Love a bit of acid. Let's get that in the playlist. Gizmo, are you here? Love from the community, man, because it's a great track. It's somewhat original, it's minimal, it's clever with the parts, and I think it's very difficult to take very few parts and make them sound very full and fat in the way that you have, and still interesting and dynamic. So, really well done. That's such a difficult thing to achieve, and clearly, like, everyone's absolutely loving the way that it's feeling. So congratulations, you made it to the playlist, which, guys, I will share with you at the end of this live stream. Just remember that I share it on the WhatsApp group, which I'm leaving a link for in the chat right now. And from the WhatsApp group, once you're in, I will share the playlist as well as like a bunch of other links when I'm doing the live streams. We have an amazing community there of people promoting their music, helping each other out, answering questions, sharing plugins, tips, tricks, samples. You name it, it's the best place to be. And feel free to jump in and participate whenever you feel like it. I think it's one of the best things I ever did, to be honest, was start that WhatsApp group, and the people in there are amazing. So thank you to all of you for participating. All right, next we've got Remy Hammerstein, Kaleidoscope. Remy says, this is the first time sharing my music. I've been enjoying your channel lately and would love to hear your feedback. All right. It's almost starting to feel more like a radio show and less like a sort of feedback live stream, right? Okay. Wasn't expecting this.
Un caleidoscopio de colores nunca podría compararse con el anillo de iris en tus pupilas.
Okay, dude, amazing. Actually amazing. And I will say this point here, there's too much reverb on everything. Just let it be dry. It kind of it blurs out what's actually happening, and what's happening is really cool. Like that sample that you're using, it just takes away the focus from all the anticipation that you've been. You could now, or you could automate some reverb towards the end of it as it comes into the drop. But I think it's a shame that you hide how cool this section is.
Cuando me miras. Un caleidoscopio de colores nunca podría compararse con el anillo de iris en tus pupilas cuando me miras. Un caleidoscopio de colores nunca podría compararse con el anillo de iris en tus pupilas cuando me miras. Un caleidoscopio de colores nunca podría compararse.
I like the vocals, but they need taming. There's too much low frequencies in the vocals. They're too loud, and there's too much delay. I think if there was no delay and they were dry and upfront, and you'd compress them or limited them in a way or clip them, that gets rid of the punchiness of the vocal because they're too punchy.
Con el anillo de iris en tus pupilas cuando me miras.
It just sounds very messy, overwhelming.
Un caleidoscopio de colores nunca podría compararse con el anillo de iris en tus pupilas cuando me miras.
Yeah, again, so much reverb on everything, man, and you're just like blurring the focus. I think it's, reverb sounds good. That's why we apply it. But this has got a lot of potential. It just needs a bit of cleaning up, a bit of refining, some simplification. You've got a very strong instrumental. And actually, I think the vocal is somewhat spoiling it to a degree. I like that you've taken it down this like sort of more salsa route. I think it sounds really cool. But it's distracting, but you're onto something here. You're onto something. Yeah, you see the vocal, it's just like I'm like, I can't even hear the beat because the vocal is so loud and dominant. So some refinement, my friend, but you're onto something. And thank you for sharing, and thank you for coming to the live stream for the first time. All right, guys, so we are at the end of the queue, which means it's time to load it up again. Now, just remember that if you want your track prioritized in the queue, all you have to do is upgrade your account. I'm going to drop the link in the chat right now. And it doesn't just give you queue priority, it also gives you access to this amazing platform and all its pro features, which I'm going to show you now. Replace Dropbox, Google Drive, SoundCloud Pro, Disco, and DistroKid with Boombox, the all-in-one solution for musicians. Store your files, create playlists, request files, and distribute your music from one place at a single price. Access files on the go and stay synced with our mobile app and macOS app. Dive into our AI tools to spark creativity by generating chords and splitting stems. Search for your files by mood, genre, BPM, and key with our AI-powered advanced search. Share and collaborate with time-stamped feedback, password protection, and customized access permissions. Create professional playlists for pitching with analytics to see who's listening. Release your music into the wild with our inbuilt distribution. And request files from clients and collaborators with inboxes. Boombox, the all-in-one platform for musicians. Welcome back, everybody. So that is what Boombox is all about. I've been building it over the past 3 years with a small team. And, it's all about community building, about being able to do live events like this If you enjoy this feedback and you think you would buy me a cup of coffee in exchange for some feedback, well, you'd only have to buy me a third of a cup of coffee or a very, very cheap espresso. And that's all it costs to upgrade your account. But the reality is, you get so much more than that in return for upgrading your account. All the pro features that you saw, plus you get to support these live streams, which means they can happen every single week. So this is what I've got in the queue so far, guys. I've got Soulmate, Seven Visions, and Swim. Some of you are writing the names of your tracks, but I actually don't see them uploaded unless I'm completely blind. But I've got them uploaded in order here. And I don't see the ones that you're writing. I don't see what you're writing in the chat. So I'm a little confused. Falling production. Charlie, I don't see anything called falling here. Reika, I see. But Strandle, I already played one of your tracks already, so I do want to give other people the opportunity to have their track played. But some of you are writing the names of your tracks. But, oh, I see. It says it was already uploaded. Okay, let me see if I can find it then. I know, I do kind of want you guys to re-upload it just to make my life easier because it's such a big... That's okay. I've got it. I know I could do Command F. We should put a little search thing here, shouldn't we? As one of the features. All right, this is what we got next. Soulmates. Helal Alman. Well, it's actually giving me Batman vibes. Batman / Requiem for a Dream. Guys, you're not going to believe this. Deepak, you might not believe this, but I've actually worked with Vangelis before he died, obviously, back in 2019. It was a surreal experience. yeah. Let's go. Very Batman, dude. Very Batman. Fantastic. Thank you, Hilal, for sharing this. Again, really nice to have the live stream broken up from the dance music with some movie music, and the journey that took us on there is just fantastic. I just love to be able to sort of like close my mind and go inward when listening to these things, really imagining the scenery before me. When a piece of music is able to do that, it really it's such a magical feeling, being able to transport oneself to that feeling and that environment. It's very sort of superhero themed, but oh, the end. You want me to get all the way to the end? Sorry. Fantastic. Thank you, Hilal. And the crowd goes wild. That was brilliant. Feedback. None other than thank you. That was great. You know, when it comes to film music, I am classically trained, but that was a long time ago. So I don't really know that I am experienced enough to be able to give feedback on this kind of music. And what I can really tell you is whether I'm feeling it or not, you know. So thanks, man, for always being here. We got a couple of PLs in the chat. We need 2 more PLs to put this into the playlists. So I'm just going to wait for the audience to put in a PL. We can get that added to the playlist, which I will share with you via the WhatsApp group, which I think most of you have joined by now, right? In the meantime, let me play 7 Visions Till the Dawn.
Living
Okay, so I think it's a great composition. I think the production is cool. I think the sound selection is good. I think the mix is okay. There's some issues with the mix, and maybe I'll come to that last. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I'm not feeling the vocal. Like, I like the sound of your voice, whoever the singer is. I like the way your voice sounds, but I just think that this track, I think the vocal is like too pop in a way, and it doesn't it kind of takes away a little bit from the dance ability. It takes it into a very commercial space, and maybe that's just something that's like subjectively I don't like, you know, like this, my opinion is not wrong or right here. I think it turns it into like a kind of pop track, and I like that Afro house is a little more directed towards like the underground sound, but can still have commercial appeal. This has like very pure commercial appeal, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just a question of taste. Like, I think the vocal, like I said, for me, is it's just too pop for this record. It's a good vocal, and I think it would work well over a different instrumental, but it takes away from like the coolness of the instrumental, and I think it just could be simplified and broken up a little bit more. I don't think the track is flat necessarily. I actually like the instrumental, but I just think the top line melodically, it's there's too much going on. Personally, but again, this is just like all just the way I feel, like the way I connect with the track. The chances are other people might absolutely love it. So I, you know, it's just an opinion. The first half of the chorus hook is good. The second, you could just repeat that. The second half with the melodic changes, it feels like it's pushing too hard. It feels like it's trying to prove itself when it doesn't, because the first half of the chorus and that melody is already really strong. And maybe you could make some very minor changes, but when it changes in the second half, it's like, hey, I'm here. It's like, no, like I kind of already know you're there, you know, because it sounds good. Like da da da, that melody there, just let that ring out for a bit. That's banging. Wait till the dawn. Break, 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 break. Wait till the dawn. Wait till the dawn. Wait till the dawn. You only give that wait till the dawn one little section, and I'm like, why? That's the title of the song. So write it out a little bit, you know, should be wait till the dawn, give it a bit of space, let the instrumental wait till the dawn, wait till the dawn, wait till the dawn, you know, and just like emphasize that a little bit more, which you don't, which is such a shame. Instead, what you try and do is like come in with a second hook on the chorus, and I missed the point of the hook in the first place, and it kind of complicates it, and it makes it less memorable as a result. Remember, in a dance music style track, it's like the simplest version of music ever, right? And I also think the tone of your voice doesn't sound as good when you go up into those notes. Wait till the dawn, wait till the dawn. Wait till the dawn, wait till the dawn. You know, have a bit of a Rufus Du Sol moment there. I don't think it needs this section either vocally. I think you could get rid of that. It just doesn't, it's not really adding. I think just stick to the hook. You know what I mean? If you listen to like a kind of music track, like if you listen to Move, it's like just one hook. It's like one melody and then move, move. And then they just take that word and they repeat it and they repeat it and they repeat it and repeat it. And just here, that vocal is so strong. You don't need to put the chorus there again. Dun, dun, let the track do. You know, it's sick because it's got like the ethereal shit. Yeah. Too busy, let it breathe, less vocal, more emphasis until the dawn, and then you've got something. So just pull back, and then with the actual vocal recording, could be a bit more intimate too. Do you know what I mean? It sounds a little clean and it sounds a little like too polished. So nice, intimate, close to the mic, a little bit more yearning, a little bit more sexy in a way. You know, it's a beautifully and technically sung vocal. Now it needs more emotion. And I think by reducing the amount of lyrics and melodies and amount of vocal, you're going to be able to focus on less parts and therefore focus on the quality of those parts rather than the quantity of vocal. Okay, next track. I should have put that all in a voice note, but whatever. This is Renzo Swim.
Said we do this life together. You told me nothing's gonna change. Well, funny change is hard to measure. When you get so used to the pain, but something feels wrong. I don't know what it is. If I'm the problem, just tell me what I did. Everything's different, you just don't wanna talk. I feel the distance every time that I call. Something feels wrong. I don't know what it is. If I'm the problem, just tell me what I did. Everything's different, you just don't wanna talk. I feel the distance every time that I call. You say.
Bro, I love that M1 piano. Love the vibes here. It's giving me some like old school hard house vibes. Really cool. Just here. I feel like things are buried in reverb a little too much. Like too much verb on everything, and it's losing focus. You know what I mean? Also, I'm not. Dude, I just realized that the mic is out of my face, and I'm just okay. So this is what I'm saying. There's too much reverb on this section. I love the M1 piano; it's dope. And then this section here, I think the chords are out of key. I mean, it kind of sounds cool. It's not the worst thing in the world, but they do sound a little too out of key for my liking. Sweet energy though, bro. I mean, really good energy. Really tight. It needs some work on the mix. I'd love to hear like a more finished version of the track. Obviously, it's only 2 minutes long, so I imagine it's just like a work in progress. Charlie, I'm really sorry, but I took your track off of the queue by accident. Your Apple Notes. Yeah, I can add some notes for you, but I just want to add Charlie's track back because we do have the auto cue thing. Here we go. And we add that back to the queue. All right. Yeah, dude, I'm adding the notes on this so you can just come back to the inbox. Your track will be there with the notes. Too much reverb on everything. I think also just like clean up the mix. This is why we have this, guys. So you don't need the Apple Notes because it's all in one place and it's time stamped. I do love the bouncer track. Yeah, there's some parts that feel out of key. Maybe that's cool. Like I said, I don't know. All right. This is Falling by Charlie. Sorry, by Tekase.
I saw the signs and let them go.
Woo!
Speak your mind, what should I know?
So badass.
I can't think clearly. I've been high and dry. Don't blame me, baby. You're the one who lied. Even if I can't find love, I feel it. Even if you're not the one, I need it. I saw the signs and let them go. Speak your mind, what should I know? I can't think clearly. I've been high and dry. Don't blame me, baby. You're the one who lied. Even if I can't find love, I feel it. Even if you're not the one, I need
I just wanted to write everything down as I was thinking it because I thought that would make the most sense. Dude, it's an amazing record. Like, it's fantastic. I think just needs to be cleaned up in places. There's just a few things that look from a composition arrangement perspective, everything's pretty solid. It sounds fantastic. There's no doubt about it. So here are my 2 cents. I think there's a bit too much reverb. I think there's a little bit. I think you could filter the reverb, so cut out the highs and the lows a little bit more to give the reverb a darker tone. It's a bit fizzy and pretty, and it kind of overrides the vocal. I don't know if you're side chaining the reverb to the vocal, but I would recommend do that. Just let me know in the chat if you are. Are you side chaining the... Well, you can come back to these notes, right? Remember, guys, all the notes that I put, you just come back to the inbox, go to your track, which will be the only track there, and you'll be able to use my notes and for your track, you know. So you don't need to write them down whilst we're doing it. This is why we invented this, guys. Okay. Yeah, I think it's on the vocals, bro. Just in this section.
Speak your mind.
Yeah, and also because more de-essing on the vocal too, bro. More de-essing. And what's happening is your S's are triggering the high frequencies on the reverb. So you want to de-ess your vocal. I would also de-ess the reverb, and maybe do a bit of a high cut. And some maybe sidechain just a little bit more. I mean, as long as it doesn't sound unnatural, because I know that's not you don't want an unnatural sound for this. I know that's what you're going for. And there's just a little crossover between your vocal and that bass synth in the background. So using something like Track Spacer, if you group all the sounds apart from the drums into like an instrument group or bus, and then put Track Spacer on there, and then feed your vocal in as the sidechain signal, so those instruments duck a little bit as your vocal is coming through, right? As the vocal signal's coming through, then I think it's going to give them a bit more space, which they would benefit from marginally, but they would. Let's keep going. I think those toms need to be way louder, like 10 dB louder. 10 dB louder in perceived volume rather than metered volume. So you know what I mean? Like clip them, distort them, bring them up, put some short reverb on them, anything just to give them a bit more impact, because they're really the only additional rhythm that you have in this section. And since when, imagine you're playing them on stage, doom, doom, doom. If someone did like a big tom action and all you had was pew, 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 you'd be like, oh, whoa, something's off, right? So the action needs to also imitate and reflect the energy of that sound, right? This is great though, I love this. Yeah, just the tom fill there as well. I think it's underwhelming. Bring the toms up, bro. Be daring with the toms. I don't think you can go wrong with actually making them too loud, other than your limiter spazzing out. I don't mind the reverb on the vocals here. I think it's quite tasty. Here, I felt like something was missing. You know what I mean? I felt like some chords or an arp, and the bass could filter a little more, but I felt like I wanted another element. And the reason I say arpeggiator is because I want something that had a bit of the rhythm. A polyrhythmic arpeggiator in this section would be tasty. Let me just edit that comment. Where is it? Polyrhythmic arp. That's good for. There you go. Speak your mind. What should I know? I can't think clearly. I've been high and dry. It just, you have so much reverb on the vocals. Sometimes it's just not discernible what you're saying. And I would just like to, I know you're saying high and dry, but I would like to hear a little more of that and a little bit less of the verb. And then here, like, I just can't really understand what you're saying. I mean, I do know what you're saying, but I would like to not have to guess. Because it's beautiful. This section is beautiful, dude. It just got a little messy at this section for me here, but otherwise, amazing record, dude. Amazing. And please resubmit when you've made those changes. That would be awesome. Guys, thank you so much for coming to this week's live stream. I've been blessed with your talent today. Thank you for submitting your incredible music. Thank you for hanging out, even if you didn't submit your music. Don't forget that I do this every single week on a Thursday. I might start adding a Monday as well, seeing as Monday was a really popular and busy day. So let's see how things go next week. Probably won't start doing that next week. Next week will just be back to regular timing, which is on a Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern time, which I believe is 7 p.m. UK time. And 11 a.m. PST, which is like if you're in LA or Vancouver. Yeah, I mean, I haven't really got anything else to say other than thank you for making my day. I hope I made yours.